Hello and welcome. Here today we have Aaron Shalenkowicz, Aliko Awkward, Maggie McCotter, Cole Jordan, Carson Willard, and myself, Celia Hines. Today we will be talking about medical pollution. Medical pollution is the improper disposal of medical waste or medical products. Medical pollution most likely began between the years of 1945 and 1955, when medicines were beginning to be used as a larger wholesale product. Medical pollution affects the environment in many different ways, including humans, plants, and animals. Humans are affected by chemical substances that often end up in the water systems. They are also affected by medical waste that end up in landfills that could potentially harm landfill workers or people working with the trash. Animals are affected in both of these ways. Humans, plants, and animals are also affected by the fumes that are put off from medical facilities or hospitals and things of the such.
The current issues with the medical pollution are that there's no government funding going on right now about the production of medical pollution, and there are several programs going on, like one that is in Addis Ababa, where they have made a program where they are in hospitals trying to make sure that the nurses and the people working there are disposing of the waste properly in the correct bins and making sure that all the regulations are followed. The Medical Waste Tracking Act of 1988 the Medical Waste Tracking Act of 1988 had expired in 1991 because the states felt like that there should just be local regulations based on the state and not just in the United States. And the EPA is currently not working on medical pollution. They're more based on climate change instead of the production of medical waste.
The most compelling issue with medical pollution is that it harms water systems. This type of pollution can be added to water systems in a variety of ways, including urine and feces, but also when medicines are flushed down toilets when people don't know what else to do with them. Some people just throw them in our waterways. Throwing medicines directly in our waterways or indirectly by flushing is harmful to our environment. Water contamination can contaminate fish, and it will continue up through our food chain. Humans can also consume consume fish that have been contaminated. Our proposal should be funded because it would be a great benefit for our society and will protect our waterways. Clean water is essential to life.
So our main focus is education, and through education comes the knowledge of the negative effects medical pollution can have on the environment. The medical consultants that we hire will go around to colleges and hospitals all around Virginia and then out of state once more money is generated through the seminar program that Cole will explain. Through education, people in society will be more aware of the negativity that it can produce, and no more disposal mistakes will be made.
So the logistics of our proposal. So we will have two medical consultants that will teach the medical students at colleges and medical staff at hospitals about medical pollution and how to deal with medical waste to prevent medical pollution. This will be done through seminars throughout the state of Virginia, and with the grant, we'll be able to continue this for at least a year. So the total budget is $159,000. and $497. The graph shows what how much of it will go to each category. So $72,000 will go to the employment of the consultants. $24,000 will be for the gas allowance because the consultants will be having to travel far distances. $20,000 will go towards company vehicles, and $16,800 will be going will be the max overtime that the consultants can earn. $15,000 is how much it'll cost to teach consultants everything that they need to know about current medical waste problems. And $11,697 will be how much we'll have to pay for office space to base our operations from. We are $9,000 over what the max grant would be. So to make up for that, we have developed a seminar program that will charge institutions based on how big they are and what kind of institution they are. So we'll charge Division I hospitals, for-profit, Division I colleges, for-profit hospitals, and larger hospitals, $3,000 for a seminar. And we will charge Division II colleges $1,000 for a seminar, and Division III colleges, smaller medical facilities, and nonprofit organizations $300 to $500. Because of this program, we'll be able to continue our operation into the future and grow outside of the state of Virginia.
In conclusion, medical pollution is any type of hospital waste that can be potentially harmful to humans or the environment. Medical pollution probably started around the 40s or the 50s, and it has become a rising issue due to the increasing amount of hospitals. Medical pollution impacts the environment by getting in the water stream and in the oceans, where it can wash up on beaches, and also in the air and on land, such as in dumpsters and dumps. Our main focus is on education. So since there's no government funding, we would want to reduce medical waste by making sure that hospitals correctly dispose of it. Any questions?
Well, there would be a series of, we'd have to hire a professor to come in and teach them on the subject, all the current things going on in medical pollution.
So would it just be like a one-time education thing, or would it be like over time, like an actual salary?
Well, at the start, it'd have to be the $15,000, but then yearly after that, we could just have one shorter one that would cost much less to update them on recent events. Well, I looked up how much it would cost for office space in the city of Richmond, and then I based it upon that number.
Do you have plans of expanding this outside of Virginia?
Yes, that's what the seminar program would do. It would generate us money, and then we'd be able to use that to open up offices in different states and expand it into neighboring states.
Are there not any regulations already in place for culture? Do we have the legal boxes and all kinds of things?
Well, there are regulations already put into effect, but many chemicals still do slip through. Like needles have to be put into the boxes, but some chemicals are still poured down drains. And especially in third world countries, there are very little regulations at all. So those are the big problems.
At-home chemotherapy also, the disposal there is ineffective because many of it isn't disposed of correctly, and it's just thrown into trash, into like a regular trash can. And also, what doctors have to do if someone doesn't use all of their pills, they have to pour it down the drain, and they can't reuse it. So that's where it mainly comes from, especially like a leak was said in the water.